Jacob Moss here for this week's sports segment, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Final Four matchup in this year's NCAA basketball tournament. First up, we have Kentucky taking on Wisconsin. I like Kentucky in the matchup because of who they've beaten to get to this point. They beat Louisville. They beat they lost to Florida by 1. I just think they really grew up. John Calipari's got them playing extremely well. Then in the first matchup, we have UConn and Florida. I like Florida to get past the Gators because of the experience. I don't think Florida has great players, but they're a great team because they play as just that, a team. So my national championship prediction is Florida and Kentucky. Next time we're in, I'll talk to you about the national championship game. This tournament has proven once again March truly is madness, baby. Cut.
One.
I'm here with Selby for the next edition of us. Selby for Tessa Frontline, and welcome. And my first question is, what's a good way to keep in touch with your friends over the summer?
Well, I think a good way to keep in touch with people over the summer, because it can get kind of long, is using your social media sites if you have them, so Facebook, email, Twitter for that matter, using your social media, as well as the phone call, texting, making plans and setting it on the calendar and keeping those plans. I think that's a really good way to keep in touch.
Yeah. Thanks. And then the second question is, why do we have the PTA rule here at Tessa, and could you explain what that is for students who might not know?
Sure. Well, it's a very good question. So the question, why do we have a no PDA rule here at Tessa? Well, PDA stands for Public Displays of Affection. So what that would be is your hand-holding, hugging, kissing. Why we have that here at Tessa is because we want people to look at Tessa as a work job, like a work site, a job site. At work, You would not go up to your friend and hug them when you see them. It's not professional to do that. It's not professional to hold hands at work, and nor is it professional to kiss at work. So that's why we have that rule here. I know it's a tough one too, because people, it's kind of a natural instinct to hug when we see people, but it is something that we want people to respect and follow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And remember to submit your question, guys. We'll probably have about 2 more segments if we can. I don't know for sure, so submit those questions and we'll get to as many of them as we can.
America: The Winter Soldier is easily one of the best superhero movies of all time. It's only been out for a few short weeks, but it's easily on people's top 10 lists.
I can't get into much detail about the plot without spoiling it, but it is about Captain America dealing with modern society and also balancing his past. This film feels less of an action movie and more like a thriller.
Events of the Avengers, Captain America is lost in the world, so he joins up with S.H.I.E.L.D. He decided that the best weapon in the Marvel Universe is Captain America's shield. He learns that not everyone proves that Captain America does not need his shield to fight anyone. Soldier is a very skilled and trained assassin. He has been training with the Soviets for 50 years in combat skills and tactics. What do you think?
What I feel works for this film the most is developing characters that weren't developed enough in the other films, such as Nick Fury, who has great character development and also has some pretty great fight scenes.
Anthony Mackie has grown a fan base very fast, and I look forward to seeing him in more Marvel movies.
Out of all the characters in these films, I feel Black Widow was underdeveloped the most. I'm glad to say she got more screen time in this film, and I hope they get her solo film off the ground fairly soon.
Character Crossbones in this movie is left open for more opportunities in Marvel movies. And I feel that with all the rumors going around about Cap 3, that they will use him again. And I think it will be awesome.
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선호해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선호해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해 오빤 강남스타일.
This is Donovan reporting to you live. These 5 smokestacks are widely recognized according to the UMore parks. The smokestacks are from a power plant that fueled the production of gunpowder. Another power plant never was finished. Before World War II, the property was, as described, the garden spot of Minnesota. It was 11,599 acres. Gopher Ordnance Works began in 1942. The smokestacks were uses for filter out all the chemicals that were in the gunpowder. It was a smokeless gunpowder factory. It was dominated by jungle gyms of pipes, storage tanks, and exhausts. Wanted the federal government to clean up the mess of contaminants in the soil and groundwater. DNT is not an explosive risk, but a pollution risk, some type of gas. Minnesota Pollution Control says that both should be responsible for the pollution problem. Some cleanup was done. The government then deeded the land to a university. The U-lands are not being used today. The land is now being used for farming. There were a total of 858 buildings. Steam heated the buildings and was made chemicals for smokeless gunpowder. Recovery houses were used to help with injured. The holes in the walls were pipes that ran steam to buildings and water. They believe that ghosts is still here in the U-More.